Sunday, August 26th, 8 p.m. Our frenzied scavenger hunt for evidence of the character Heathcliff's heroism reached its climax on the last night of summer vacation, with only a few hours left to fill 8 notebook pages with stunning insight on heroism in Wuthering Heights. Of course, this cycle of extreme procrastination is far from out of the ordinary. It occurs every time summer assignments are due. Although it's not necessarily welcomed, all high schoolers have become used to it. Carefree, sunny days fly by, and soon enough, it's the final day of summer break. School's in 12 hours and your assignment is far from complete. Hunched over your desk, you tell yourself to never put work off this long again. Still, each year, it happens again. Procrastination is an inherent part of summer break. Red Bull becomes your closest friend, and time, which seems to be passing quicker each second, becomes your worst enemy. And so the hunt begins.
Guys, I desperately need your help. I still have my whole journal to write. Where would I find heroism in this stupid book? Heathcliff is just a terrible person.
Well, he kind of does a few things that could be seen as brave, right? And he loves Kathy undyingly and all that.
I'm sure we can find something. They wouldn't have picked this book if he wasn't a hero.
Wouldn't put it past those English teachers.
Little do these procrastinators know. In Wuthering Heights, Emily Bronte uses the contrast between Heathcliff's ignoble actions and the misinterpreted heroism found within to illustrate the importance of perception, because heroism is only found when explicitly searched for, and is therefore nothing but a construct due to one's perspective.
All right, time to fill these journals with mindless ramblings of insight.
I hate to say it, but I'm not finding much.
At least your handwriting's bigger than mine. I have to write so much more.
Stop. Focus. Help. We need to search. There has to be something.
Alrighty, here's how we're going to do this, friends. Okay, this seems to be when Lockwood's having tea with Heathcliff, Hareton, and Catherine, and Lockwood thinks Catherine is Heathcliff's wife, and Heathcliff says no way.
Wait, that happened?
Shh! Listen! Heathcliff turned, as he spoke, a peculiar look in her direction, a look of hatred, unless he has a most perverse set of facial muscles which will not, like those of other people, interpret the language of his soul. Page 38.
And so the debate ensues.
I'm not sure this shows heroism, guys. It's just Heathcliff being rude.
But it says that he's just not like other people. As seen through his facial muscles, he has a hard time expressing himself.
Haha! There is heroism here, don't you think? He's kind of a misunderstood hero. And look at those words there. The language of his soul. That sounds pretty deep. Like maybe he has these grand ideas, but nobody understands.
He braves scorn and hatred every day just because he can't put his thoughts into words. He's a courageous hero.
I'm going to be honest with you people, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Heathcliff is literally just being creepy and mean. Why do you see heroism in this?
Exactly. It says so plainly he's looking at her with hatred and that he's perverse. No one cares if he might have some angsty teen issues. Too brave.
But that's exactly the kind of thing he faces daily. People hating him for seeming mean.
He is mean though. He actually hates her and he's not heroic at all.
It's such a small moment, too. Why would some tiny thing he does at a tea party determine whether he's a hero? Heathcliff is just being mean and rude, being the mean and rude villain he is.
You two are just twisting the text to fit your incorrect opinion.
Well, you two are failing to comprehend and analyze the deep nuances of this book.
I still hold to my opinion that this action makes Heathcliff a hero, but I think we're not going to come to a conclusion anytime soon. We all hate this book anyway. Should we keep looking? School starts in less than 12 hours.
Quick, work twice as fast, people.
Okay, here's what I have so far. In this fine piece of literature, Emily Bronte explores the theme of heroism. Heathcliff, namely, is a hero because...
Well, because why?
we haven't gotten there yet.
I found this part in the book. It seems kind of like heroism if you look at it the right way.
Well, let's hear it.
So, this is right before Kathy dies, when Heathcliff comes to visit her. They're sitting in a chair or something, and then Nellie comes over, and it says, "He flung himself into the nearest seat, and on my approaching hurriedly to discern if she had fainted, he gnashed at me and foamed like a mad dog, and gathered her to him with greedy jealousy." Page 190.
Now, I don't think that's the best quote for heroism.
But don't you think that maybe it's okay because he's so in love? Like, it says that he gathers Kathy to him. He's, like, trying to protect her.
What's Nellie going to do? Murder Kathy?
Well, all she's saying is that he obviously cares a lot about Kathy, and he's trying to stay close to her, and that's pretty brave, because she's dying, right? Like, he's a hero because he's not afraid to love a dying person.
He's also snapping at a housekeeper like a mad dog. If he really is so in love and heroic, then why are we getting these mixed messages?
He's not snapping in a mean way. Heathcliff is wild with love and heroism.
That's crazier than liking I Am the Cheese. Heathcliff is wild, yeah, but in a legitimately insane way.
Yeah, do you not see how creepy he's being? Plus, he is explicitly described as gnashing, greedy, and like a mad dog. Isn't his evil character obvious?
But we have to look at it more carefully, and besides, the assignment told us to find heroism, so we're just doing our best.
Well, if you hadn't been looking for heroism in the quote, you wouldn't have seen anything but Heathcliff's true character, which is the exact opposite of a hero. There's nothing here.
Now you listen here. There is so much heroism in these pages.
No, there's nothing.
Oh no, how is it possible to decide anything about this crazy book? Everything's so contradictory. He could either be a hero madly in love, or just a creepy, antisocial villain. What are we going to do?
Well, to stop these poor, confused children from reading too much into plain old malicious actions, I suggest we go back to the text, once and for all.
There's nothing. Nothing. What are we going to do? Does anyone know if this Miss Bajan person is a hard grader?
No idea. But I did find this one quote to settle this little argument once and for all. Heathcliff is a hero.
Excuse you, no.
Shh. Let's hear this quote. I only have a quarter of a page written.
And those are some pretty big margins, my friend.
All right, listen up. None of you Heathcliff haters will be able to dispute this. My evidence is from very near the end, when Heathcliff is talking about how he went to Kathy's grave to be with her.
I'll have her in my arms again. I got a spade from the tool house and began to delve with all my might. It scraped the coffin. The wood commenced cracking. Page 320.
Funny, that's the exact same quote I found to prove he isn't a hero.
Well now.
This is it. There is no heroism in this quote. Absolutely none. All of it is Heathcliff being completely terrible and actually digging up a poor lady's grave.
But don't you think he did it out of love? Doesn't that make everything okay? Because he loved Kathy so much and couldn't bear to be apart from her.
No, it doesn't. Heathcliff may have been inspired by some creepy love for a lady who married another guy, but that in no way means he's a hero or excuses him from literally breaking a person's coffin with a shovel. How cruel and rude is that?
But what I saw was his brave and enduring love. It's evident in how he uses all his strength to reach her. He's willing to do anything to be reunited with Kathy.
That's heroism if I've ever heard it.
No! He is desecrating the grave in an insane attempt to hold the dead body of the person he was creepily infatuated with. You two are trying to use this heroism to excuse his evil actions.
Okay, everyone, calm down, close your eyes. We're going to do some imagining. So we're in this graveyard, this holy place, and all of a sudden this mangy guy comes running through with a spade and viciously digging up a grave.
But it's so romantic. This is Heathcliff.
No, this is a vision of us hanging out in the cemetery. We're not thinking about this in the context of the book or of heroism. This is a normal setting, our own lives. Now imagine this guy breaking apart a coffin with a shovel in some wild frenzy.
That's horrible. Ew.
Ha ha! See, the only reason why you two saw heroism in Heathcliff's actions is because you were trying to find heroism. If it hadn't been for the nature of this assignment, you would have thought this creepy, like the rest of us. No heroism in sight.
I'm glad you convinced them, but I'm really worried now. Like, what are we supposed to write in our journals and our in-class essays? Does heroism not even exist?
Maybe it doesn't. Looking at that scene through a different perspective really changed my view of Heathcliff and the book.
Maybe the only reason heroism is ever seen is because people want to see it and they see things that aren't there.
Help! We're being brainwashed by an English assignment.
At any rate, I think it's clear that we'll never find any true heroism in this book. If we're so divided, it can't be so obvious as simply being a hero or not.
So is our idea that heroism can't really exist because it is all due to perception? That we only found it because we wanted to?
Shocking, groundbreaking, an A+ idea for sure.
Now, the question is, how are we going to fill 8 pages with this?